Hey guys, it's Will from Going Awesome Places, and I am in paradise right now. This is Meridien Bora Bora. I'm going to show you a complete walkthrough of the entire property, so let's go. When you first arrive at Meridien Bora Bora, this is where you're going to land. This is the jetty for the resort. The boat pulls up right here, and there's going to be a big welcoming committee, and you'll be walking straight down here. Otherwise, if you're doing any other activities or you need shuttles to the main island or other resorts, you can do that from here as well. Now, this is the front side of the resort. So to my right over here is what's called the Mediterranean Restaurant, or Te Avu. And this is a restaurant that serves incredible food for lunch and dinner. For dinner, you have to make reservations. Right behind me is the Infinity Pool, where you'll find beach lounge chairs. They'll have towels on each of the chairs. And right in front is the beach section, although most of the people will use the beach a little bit further down. And if you look over there, you'll also see lounge beds that you can use. They usually put covers over them, really comfortable. I guess we'll keep going in to see what the lobby area is right up those stairs. Now, up these stairs is going to take you up to the main lobby area of the resort. This is where you'll find different services, kind of all of the main things that you'll need at Le Meridien. Let's come on. All right, so let's go this way first. This first section is the souvenir shop. You'll find all things like postcards, Tahitian salts, bathing suits, other different souvenirs, wood carvings and things like that, anything that you're looking for. Over here is the concierge office, and when you go inside, you'll be able to do things like reserve your restaurants, reserve your activities, ask any questions that you might have about the resort. These are your concierge folks. They're here to help you. Now back over here, you have the pool table. All right, so if you're looking for a game of pool, you can do that over here. There's also a small library of books. Place the lounge as well in the shade. This is the Tahiti Pearl Market. And if you're looking for Tahitian pearls, this is where you're gonna wanna come. The prices are going to be the same as anywhere else in Tahiti. So if you're looking to buy some, here's where you can get them. This is one of the other entrances from the ground level up. So they're just stairs that come up here. Sometimes the buggies may take you here if you need to take them. And this is the check-in counter. So the lovely ladies from the resort are gonna be taking care of you and super friendly. They'll answer any questions that you have. If you wanna make reservations for restaurants and activities, you can do that here as well. Over here, you have just a couple of lounge chairs as well if you wanna just hang out in the shade again. And I love the green space up here. Here's where you actually have grass. You got the big coconut trees, really huge tree over there in the middle, and then this lily pond. Beautiful lilies on the water. You got art along my left here, and really nice breeze when you're up here on this level. Here on the left are just toilets, so if you're up here and you need to use the bathroom, this is where you need to come. Wooded seated area for large groups and just hanging out, smoking if you need to do that. Now over here is what's called the Salon, and basically think of it as the business center. So we're gonna walk inside, I'll show you what's here. The business center or salon is a great place if you're with a large group. You can come out here to, play cards or different board games. What's a little hidden secret is that there is free coffee here. So there's the espresso machine with the pods. This comes at no charge. You can't really get that anywhere else on the resort. So shh, don't tell anybody. You have places here to put your computer. They have 2 computers here as well. More lounge chairs and sofas rather. And this view I particularly love. You got these open windows, which brings in a nice breeze, but you can see the restaurant down below and kind of that inner lagoon, which is pretty awesome. All right, just a couple more things to show you on this level. So arguably the best place for sunset is gonna be right where I'm showing you right now. This is the Miki Miki Bar. So this is the bar to be at on the resort. They have some incredible foods here, which are great for lunch and dinner. I'd say that the food here is definitely a lot more affordable than some of the other restaurants, the two other restaurants that are on site. So this is a great little bar. Let's go inside and I'll show you what the view is like. This is also where you might be doing your check-in. This is when we first came in. This was the bar that we came to. And this is the view of the inner lagoon of Bora Bora, Mount Otamanu again, and a great place to get drinks and food. Once you're back on the main level, you have the same Miki Miki Bar, but by the poolside, and you can see that you got an awesome second pool for the resort. This also has a low-level infinity views of Mount Otamatu and the rest of the Overwater Bungalows. You got a lot of different beach chairs lining the floor here. You got tables here for the Miki Miki Bar. Over here is a jacuzzi. Now it's not gonna be hot water, of course. It's actually the same water that runs through into the pool, but you got jets that you can turn on, and there's a button right over here. Let's cross over the bridge, and once you're over the bridge, this is going to be your next restaurant. This is the Tipanié Restaurant, and this is where you're gonna be having breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Now for breakfast every day, you're gonna be coming here. This is the Tipanié Restaurant here on the resort. This is gonna be the main section for breakfast. You'll have things like fruit laid out over here. You got a juicer right here, so fresh vegetables and fruit, you'll be able to make your own juice. You got fresh salads. Poisson cru is right here, which is pretty awesome. So you can have that every single day. More juices down this line, bread, toast, and an espresso machine. Now, over here is where all the pastries are. So if you want bread, pastries, yeah, those kind of things are all out here in this island. And this island over here, you'll find things like cold cuts. You'll have cheeses, yogurts, different types of toppings, jams for your toast. So all that's in this middle section. And then finally, we have two more sections to go as part of this breakfast. This section is where the scrambled egg station is, and the just general egg station. You have different hot plates set up all over here. They're just cleaning up right now. You can get eggs Benedict, freshly made with ham or smoked fish. And yeah, lots of selection on this station. And then you have this final station out here, and this is where they're making crepes and French toast, so we definitely love this, and we come here every day for that part of the breakfast. There's a bunch of hot items as well, including miso soup, the rice, and then there's the back kind of side of the restaurant where all the seating is. And I love how you're pretty much right up against the water. When you're sitting on the edge, they'll give you a little small bowl of fish food, and you'll be able to throw it into the water to see all the fish kind of converge on one spot. And so this is a really great spot to kind of enjoy the morning. Over here is a shower station after you're finishing, you finish up your beach session. And now this is that large stretch of beach that connects the main part of the resort to the left branch of the Overwater Bungalows. And this is gonna be your best stretch of beach because you'll have all the beanbag chairs, you got beach chairs, you got those cool little, I guess, lounge zones made out of wood or bamboo. It's a big round circle cushion where you can sit inside your little alcove, which is pretty cool. You got coconut trees lining the whole area. Now we're gonna turn over here, and this is the inner lagoon. So the inner lagoon is a closed off area. There is water flowing in from the outside and from the ocean as well, the inner lagoon. And this is a great place to really hang out. You'll be able to snorkel all around here. There's definitely a lot more fish in this inner lagoon. Part of it's because you can feed the fish during breakfast time and lunchtime as well, I believe. And right in the middle, you can see that there is a floating barge, flotilla, I guess, where there are a couple of beanbag chairs and umbrellas. So you can swim over there and hang out in the sun. All around this inner lagoon, you have your beach villas. So those are all the different beach villa properties that go around. And at the very back side, that's the chapel, which we'll get to a little bit later on, and the turtle sanctuary. Let's go around. And this is white sand beach right here. It's a little bit rocky and with shells, so you do have to be careful. But it's very well groomed every single day, super clean as well. One thing you'll see is something for kids or really adults alike is that they have an underwater museum in the inner lagoon. So if you're snorkeling around, make sure you look for tikis and a nice big heart. It's somewhere back there. I won't tell you where, but definitely that's something that you can do while you're out here. So this is really one giant long stretch of beach. Once you get out here, there are a bunch of activities. So this is, I would consider, the activity zone, because you got your beach volleyball net over here, you got nets if you want to play soccer, and the actual activity booth is right back there, which we're going to pass by, and that is where you're going to be able to rent things like kayaks, canoes, the Polynesian canoes, you got paddle boards, you can pay for activities like jet skis and so on, so the motorsports. The towels, actually, that's another thing you can get at the activity center, and your snorkels, of course. So you can rent them at the very beginning of your stay, keep them in your bungalow, and return them on the very last day. So this is the activity center, and like I said, this is where you're gonna be able to rent all your gear, book activities, rent out things like those water sport activities, whether they're paid or for free. Super friendly guys here. They run a lot of activities here throughout the day. It's a great place to be. This is where all the action is at. Oh yeah, you can rent kite surfers. I don't know what they're called. Okay, let's move on. And now this is considered kind of the far left side of the property. To my right over here is the Paddy Dive Center. And so if you're looking to do diving, this is where you'll be booking all of your dive activities right here. To my left shoulder is some of the other sports and activities that you can do. So things like ping pong, foosball table, chess as well. Let's keep going. Right over here is the Manahau Wellness Center, and this is the spa. If you're looking for spa, facial, massages, or anything like that, you can come here for treatment. All right, now over here, right behind me, you got two Overwater Bungalows. And remember, we're right on the leftmost side of the resort, and the left arm, as I call it. So these two particular bungalows are called the Beach Overwater Bungalows. They are half kind of over water, but mainly on land, so they are above water, but they're not specifically overwater bungalows. So these are the ones that you typically get on points, but that's obviously not a guarantee. It really depends on occupancy at the resort. And if you're lucky, or if you have status, you'll be upgraded to a different overwater bungalow. Now let's go inside through the pontoon so I can show you my favorite spot. All right, we've gone everywhere on this resort, whether it's the right arm of the Overwater Bungalows or right here on the left arm of the Overwater Bungalows. And this particular stretch of pontoon is the best for views. And the reason why I say that is that following this line, you got the Overwater Bungalows, the roofs right behind, and straight up above is Mount Otumanu. And so I gotta say, if you're here shooting sunset or even throughout the day, want to do a photo shoot, this is the spot to be. If you keep going further down, there are definitely a lot more bungalows. The views probably, actually I'd say that they're not very good at all, just because they start turning another way. They start pointing in different directions away from the mountain. So you can definitely walk all the way down. There's no issues with that. And just in case you want to know which suite I'm standing in front of, this is suite 304, the Overwater Bungalow 304. And from here onwards is the best spot for photos. Now, if you turn left from the dive shop, this path is going to take you to the back side of the resort, around the inner lagoon, and to the beach villas, and a couple other things. So this stretch is actually quite long through the backside. You're going to pass through actually a lot of the beach villas. These are not overwater, these are the actual beach villa suites. Some are larger, some are a bit smaller, but they pretty much envelop this backside of the inner lagoon. The turtle sanctuary is really special. They act as more or less a hospital for injured turtles to rehabilitate and nurse them back to health. So they do really great work. This is a great way for the guests to see them in action, to learn a bit more about their anatomy, about the dangers that are around for turtles and what we can do to protect them and what the sanctuary itself is doing to heal a lot of these different turtles. And there's usually one or two out here just swimming because they need some time out in the open water. And the water is crystal clear, which is awesome because you can see pretty much all the fish and all the turtles as they're swimming about. If you come down these steps, you got nice clear open glass and you can see all the fish down below. So a great learning experience for kids, and as part of that healing zone time for the turtles if you decide to take up on that activity. So right over here is the Turtle Center itself. They have a shop, the museum, they have touching pools as well, and finally that healing zone. So that's a special room where basically all the turtles live. And in the healing zone, you're able to feed them during that 10:30 slot. The healing hour that I spoke about earlier is all about swimming with the turtles in this pool. And again, I'll reiterate that you are not allowed to snorkel in this pool unless you're guided with the folks at the Turtle Sanctuary. All right, I'm gonna go around and show you the final few bits of the resort because there's some pretty important stuff still up ahead. So what you see behind me is the chapel. So if you're getting married or maybe you're wanting to use it as a special venue for a romantic dinner or something like that, that is a chapel. It's typically closed though, but it's right in the middle of the resort, right at the backside of the inner lagoon. For those that want to work out, there is a full fitness gym right inside here. This building that you see back here is the full gym. There's a bathroom for those that need it as well. So, fitness center right here. All right, we are near the home stretch right now. We're crossing this bridge. Over here is actually some really cool overwater cabanas, I guess you could call them, beds that you can check out. So just cross over the lagoon on this side and you can see those. And on this side, obviously the inner lagoon, and you can hang out here. Just another great viewpoint as well from this bridge. So we're gonna continue along, and this is the last part of the resort that I wanna show you, and probably the most important part. Over here are those steps that I talked about earlier that lead up into the lobby. So that's right around here. All right, so now we are in the 200 series bungalows, which is on the right arm of the resort. Over here, you have a washing station for your feet. So after you come out of the beach, you can wash off all that sand. And this pontoon is gonna take you to our room, but just check out the views on this side. Even though the most photogenic part is on those pontoons on the most right part of the resort, I still feel like the views overall here are more magnificent just overall. And you'll see that we're right to the right of the jetty, and this curves around and eventually will take us to our suite. One thing I'll say is that on these pontoons and on this side of the Overwater Bungalows, the water is a lot shallower. So if you have one of these suites, it's actually a good thing, I feel like, because from your steps, from your suite, you can just pretty much walk all the way around. It's much easier to snorkel. And one thing I didn't tell you earlier is that on your way in, your chances of seeing things like stingray, eagle rays, there's a really good chance of spotting different aquatic life right here in this part of the lagoon. I'm now standing in front of our Overwater Lagoon Bungalow that's right behind me. This is Suite 208. I want to take you inside to show you what it's like. So come on, let's go. I mean, we were really surprised getting this suite. We didn't know what we were gonna get coming here to Meridien Bora Bora, but just so pleasantly surprised. All right, so we got our key, simple tap to open. Go right in, come on inside. All right, so once you come inside, this is the Overwater Bungalow. And one of the first things you're gonna see is first, the right side here, you got the TV, you got the sofa, you got the chair over here that spins around, coffee table, but what I'm standing on here is the glass bottom view of the lagoon, okay? It's square in shape, 2 large panels of glass, and you can see right through. And so any of the fish that come underneath, or if you want to swim underneath as well afterwards, I'll get to that a little bit later on, you can do that. And that is definitely the highlight feature of this suite. If we turn our attention over here, we have really the bedroom, okay? So you have a giant king size bed, super plush pillows, really comfortable blankets and comforter. These curtains actually move and close if you need extra privacy. So they've thought of that, which is awesome. Come over here. This side of the bedroom is going to be your closet. It's a walk-in closet, and it's a place where you'll be able to carry or put your things like your suitcase. Over here, you'll see both of our suitcases right here. Hangers over here for your clothes, you can lay them out. And turn around over here, you have things like your safe, so you can use that to keep your documents nice and safe. You got your hair dryer. Back here, there is an iron as well. You have your robe and slippers, one of them anyways. And if you open this up, you'll have things like a poncho, basically mosquito repellent that you'll be able to plug in for the room just to keep the mosquitoes away. Bag for your laundry, pretty standard things that you'll find at any hotel. So a lot of places to put your things, which is really awesome. Umbrella as well back there. So we turn our attention to the left side of the bed. This is your office space. This is where you're gonna have your office table, where you'll be able to put your laptop. There's actually a pull-up mirror, okay? You put some things down here, there's envelopes and some papers, but we'll close that up. And on the wall here, you can plug in your devices. There are 2 USB outlets, which is going to be handy. Got a chair over here. And here are some of the kitchen things that you'll find as part of the suite. You got your ice bucket. Open this cabinet up and you have the fridge. And this is a nice fridge in that, like, it's not the kind where if you move anything, it's gonna charge you. It's an open fridge. You can put anything that you want inside, and it comes with 2 bottles of water. So they actually do refill this every single day, so you're guaranteed 2 free bottles of water. Open up this pull-out cabinet, and you have some other things. You have coffee, creamer, tea, and sugar. All these are up here. Bottle opener if you need that for wine or anything else. Down below, there are 2 cups for your coffee or tea. And finally, what I'm most happy about is that they do come with a hot water kettle, okay? And this is gonna come in handy later on. All right, come on this way. So the other side of the suite and the bungalow is the bathroom, all right? So once you come in through here, you got a large bathtub, and this bathtub has wooden shutters that open out to the outside, and so you can get views of Bora Bora from here in the lagoon. Turn around here, and for this part of the bathroom, you got your double vanity sink, which is really good, nice and wide. Love these driftwood mirrors. You got your towels laid out over here, a nice chair, and wanted to tell you that in terms of the toiletries, you have melon and goats, which is pretty much what you expect at other Le Meridians, so nice and familiar. And all the way at the back, this is the other robe and slippers. And you have your stand-up shower. This is quite spacious inside. A lot of space to work with. Pretty awesome. And we turn the corner again, and over here inside is the toilet. Okay, I talked to you about the best part of the suite already, but the second best, and arguably, I don't know, you might think that this is also the best as well. I can't decide, they're both amazing, is you gotta come outside. So I'm gonna take you out to the balcony. and deck. And my goodness, this wooden deck opens out to the most incredible view of Bora Bora. You have your entire Meridien Bora Bora Overwater Bungalows that you'll be able to see from the mountain view on this side, which I really loved about 208, because even though it directly looks out into the lagoon, you actually have from the deck excellent views of the mountain. On the deck itself, you have just kind of a little table to put your things and drinks and things like that. 2 beach chairs, which is perfect for sunbathing and just chilling on your balcony. Thatched roof here up at the top really gives that Tahitian vibe. And down this way, spiral staircase. So I'm gonna walk down right now, and this is going to give you direct access to the lagoon below. So all you gotta do is put on your swimsuit, come down here and hit the water, which is pretty sweet. And over here you have a shower. So once you're done exploring the waters down below, you're coming back up, all you have to do is hit the shower and go for a rinse, and then you're done. Well, that is a wrap in terms of my walkthrough of the Meridien Bora Bora. Whether you're coming here soon or thinking about booking, as always, I love all of your support here at Going Awesome Places, so make sure you like and subscribe. Head down to the description down below to grab links for my blog posts and other videos. It's time to relax here, so I'm gonna go, but I'll see you guys next time, and keep going to awesome places.
Bora Bora, to ufenwa, to ufenwa.